I think over the last couple of months, every Australian has been shocked at the evidence on the internet of Australians participating in terrorist activities in Syria, Iraq and elsewhere. We've all seen truly shocking imagery of Australians born and bred doing absolutely horrific things to surrendering Iraqi police and military personnel. What we are now acutely conscious of is the danger posed back here in Australia by people returning to this country who have been radicalised and militarised by the experience of working with terrorist organisations overseas. I stress that the terrorist threat here in this country has not changed. Nevertheless, it is as high as it's ever been. As a result, the government is determined to take a series of measures to strengthen our security and intelligence organisations. We will be spending some $630 million in new money over the next 4 years to boost the counter-terrorism capacity of our security and intelligence agencies, such as the Australian Federal Police, ASIO, ASIS, and the Customs and Border Protection Agency. We are also, in addition to the legislation on agency powers, which is already before the Parliament, preparing further legislation. We need new legislation to make it easier to identify, to charge and to prosecute people who have been engaged in terrorist activities overseas, such as, for instance, by making it an offence to travel to a designated area without a valid reason. We also need legislation, which I've commissioned the Attorney to prepare, which the National Security Committee of the Cabinet has commissioned the Attorney to prepare, to ensure that we are best able to monitor potential terrorist activity in this country, obviously with the usual range of safeguards and warrants, but that will include discussions with the telecommunications providers about the retention of metadata. We're also determined to engage in ever closer consultation with communities, including the Australian Muslim community. When it comes to counter-terrorism, everyone needs to be part of Team Australia. And I have to say that the government's proposals to change 18C of the Racial Discrimination Act have become a complication in that respect. I don't want to do anything that puts our national unity at risk at this time, and so those proposals are now off the table. This is a call that I have made. It is, if you like, a leadership call that I have made after discussion with the Cabinet today. In the end, leadership is about preserving national unity on the essentials, and that's why I've taken this decision. There'll also be a review of counter-terrorism to ensure that our counter-terrorism coordination is as effective as it can possibly be in these difficult and anxious times. We have learnt the experience of Operation Sovereign Borders. Operation Sovereign Borders has been a success because it has brought together various agencies under one single coordinating body, and we will be doing something like this imminently with our broader counter-terrorism agencies. What I want to be able to assure the Australian people is that everything that government can reasonably do is being done to ensure that our community is safe.